welcome back to Unraveled Game Thoughts. We have Mobilization Day 1, Part 2. And I'm going to double check a thing in the rules here, because I feel like I should have patrols up here that I forgot to put out at the beginning and might have missed. But let me double check that I'm not missing that. All 12 in the bag. It could be at the end of the day. Bed mobilization. Let me check that player aid here. Event morning day. For that, okay. So it looks like at the end, because it's the end of turn 3 that you do all that stuff. So I guess there are no patrols. Somebody in the watching knows differently, then definitely tell me. But it seems, I don't know, for some reason I thought there were patrols that started out there, and maybe that was something that changed from playtesting to here. But well, there you go. Okay, so I have selected my actions utilizing the feedback. Basically, I am hitting morale hard on my first turn here, and as such, I am going to do this negotiate thing pretty tough, because I really want to get the morale up and get some cards as much as I can doing that. So that's the direction I'm going, and I have put my actions out here appropriately. These guys are in infirmary bed, so I got some shovel snow, I've got some negotiate, I got one supply run. That's largely because I've got sunshine, so I can move 1 to 6 spaces. It seems like a waste if I don't at least have somebody doing that while they can get all the way up there and then try to get their supply run back. We'll see what happens. But we have to resolve these in order. So 1 is defend the walls, and we're going to do the actions here. We can, I think, do these in any order we want, but we're negotiating, and I put tons of workers here. So we move 1 marker on either fear or doubt track down 1, and then we're going to move these guys to tired because they are used. And so I'm going to move doubt down 1. I'm going to use 2 more workers, and I'm going to move doubt down again, and I don't think I get a card right away. I think I just move this up 1 space. I believe that is what happens. And then I'm going to use this last guy. He's the officer, so he acts as 2 people, and he's going to move it down again, and I believe that's going to move me up 2 spaces on the morale track because of getting it all the way down here. We've got very little doubt. So I think that was my way to really spam the morale track and get that moving up a little bit. So we'll see if that works out to my favor, or if I should have spread my resources out doing other things, because one of the comments was doing some more work on repair, but I also lost 2 workers in my opening events card, so I want to be able to just adjust for that a little bit too, and try to hit the doubt and really focus in on what I can do well. So that's that. We don't have anything in fire artillery. Wouldn't even have anything to hit anyway, even if we put something there. And then we go to a supply run, so I can send out a new supply run, and I can go up to 6 spaces. And so I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're getting a supply. We have to stop there. We can't go further and come back this way. We have to like stop at that place and pick up our supply. So we're going to do that. And then we come down here to 4, and we're going to move the snow marker. So we're going to use our worker there, and snow marker is going to come back 1. And we'll use I think that's all of our main actions. Morning phase, spend supply, we've done that. Move defenders from ready to action spaces. Okay, so open new supply routes, negotiate, fire, we don't do that. Fire artillery, we're not doing that. We could fire up, if I fired artillery, I could, in theory, if I had unlocked something here, fire it up here at the airfield and gotten some morale that way, but I chose not to do it that way. Send out supply run, we don't have counter patrol. Move all supply runs, returning supply runs. Shovel snow, blah blah blah. Treat 1 patient, medicine cabinet. Well, we don't have anybody treating a patient in the infirmary. So then we do relapse and recovery. Move all patients in the waiting area down 1 level. We don't have any in the waiting area. Move all patients in the beds up 1 level. So this guy ends up going to tired, because he's come out of there, and this one goes up 1 level. So we got 1 worker back already. Then we do morale modifiers, morale track, and surrender. So mobilization doubt marker is on 1, so that's not going to, oh, maybe this is where, I think that's where I should have moved it up to. I shouldn't have moved it up. I shouldn't have moved it up beforehand. I move it up when we look here. So we're looking at the doubt marker, so we'll just leave it there. It's not a red day. We're not out of supplies. We don't have defenders in the waiting area, I don't believe. Yeah, that's here. That would lose some. Per defender in the morgue, none in the morgue, and no German soldiers in red areas. So no other doubt is lost. So we draw 3 high morale cards and resolve 2. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, and let's see what we get here. So high morale, card number 1, mobilization, first attack. If this is the phase we're in, so there's all 3 phases. We could either be at mobilization or first attack, or we could be at siege 1 or siege 2. Technically 4 different phases of the game. We're in mobilization, so we could remove a doubt marker from the recruit bag or gain 1 of these. Well, removing the doubt marker is that'd be pretty awesome. Mobilization, first attack, we can remove 1 German soldier from the map, but I don't think we need to do that yet. So that one's probably the one we're not going to do. Mobilization, first attack, look at the top card of any event deck. Well, that one's kind of cool. Well, I think we're definitely not going to resolve this because there's nothing we can do with it. So we're just going to put it off to the side as a discard. And we'll do the removal of 1 doubt token, because that is a pretty stinking awesome deal there. So that means we can draw pretty good on our next couple. And then we can look at the top card of any event deck. So now, if we look at the top card of the mobilization deck, we're not going to be able to prepare much for that. We'll just waste it and it'll be gone. But if we look at the top card of the first attack deck, then we might have an idea of what's coming up. So we're going to have a cloudy day. Our first attack, we'll be able to move 1 to 5. We're going to have to injure 2 defenders, move their artillery marker 1 step to the right. And then we're going to be adding 3 German soldiers. So that's a little bit of what's coming up. We now have some injury, so if we can get a guy here, that might be helpful. We'll have to see. Okay, so that's that. And we resolve 2. So surrender. 3 or more defenders, no. 4 or more defenders in the waiting area. 6 of those on the map. Fewer than the required number. So where nothing changes on the surrender, we check the turn track for what we're going to do here. So we're going to have to draw 2 guys from the patrol bag. So we'll shake them up real good. And then we have 2 and 3. So I believe 2 is going to go here. And I think 3 goes here. I'm going to double check that because I cannot 100% remember when we check that patrol bag what the deal is. Airfield, maintenance, relapse and recovery, morale, surrender. Alright, draw 1 German patrol for each icon showed above the current position of the turn marker. A number and a current stage of the game has a color. Oh, does it have a color? I mean, it's black. Oh, current stage of the game is green, so I would tend to think those patrols are going there, probably on the corresponding numbered space in the matching color row of the map. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, that all matches up. Okay, cool. So we have placed our German patrols out there into their respective areas. And we're going to move the turn marker. And that is going to be the end of mobilization day 1. So what we'll do is I'll kind of pause there. Actually, I'm thinking about doing the next setup step. I might, because that gives us room for we can do the end of mobilization, basically part 2 into mobilization day 2 part 1. So we'll do that. That might be better. So the first thing we do is move, we draw an event card. That's the first thing we're going to do. We ended our turn, we're going to draw an event card. It's mobilization. Boom. It's still sunny. That's actually really good. I'm impressed that we kept a sunny day. We'll be able to get our guy back all the way. All right, and then this is the bad part. We're going to add 2 patrols to the bag. So that kind of stinks. So we've got patrol 5 goes into green, and 4. Whew. I'm kind of glad they didn't end up here, because then had it been 1, we would have been a little bit blocked. So you must move the fear marker 1 level up. So now fear is at 4. It's not good. And then we add a doubt to the bag, and we're going to draw guys. So that's our deal. So we'll draw 1. We have a soldier. We're going to at minimum draw 2 before we get too excited. So the question is now, do we want to pursue? Well, I still only have 2 fear in the bag. I'm going to go ahead and draw another one. Ooh, and a medical guy. I really wanted a medical guy because he helps our infirmary. He can really treat folks twice. So I'm going to stop there because that is pretty handy to have those guys. All right, so we can resolve the event card text, which we did. We can add doubt discs to the recruit bag. We drew. We gain 1 supply per volunteer. We are going to do that. and we move defenders from rest to ready. Well, nobody's in rest. We can spend supplies and morale to move defenders from tired to ready. So 1 supply will get 4 of these guys over. So I'm going to spend 2 supplies. Wait, okay, let's do 1 supply first. I'll spend 1 supply first, and that'll get 4 of these guys over here. And one supply. Oh, volunteered. These are all placed in ready. So the question is, do I want to spend another supply? I think I'm going to go ahead and take a chance, spend a supply. We're kind of losing out on 1, but we need the workers, so we're going to go ahead and put those workers over there. And now we are to move from ready to action. Okay, move defenders from target. We could move 2 workers from rest to ready, but we didn't have any in rest, and we spent supplies to get them from tired to ready, I believe. Tired to ready, yeah. The supplies get us over there. So now we got all our workers, basically. That was my goal. Let's get all of our workers. So we've got that. Let's see. So we have more options. We have 4 regular workers, 4 what do you call it, recruits. We have 4 soldiers, we have an infirmary guy, and we have a officer. So we have some options here with what we want to do. It's all the same actions as we had last time, and kind of seen what I've done with that. I'm pretty confident we're going to use 1 guy because it's a sunny day. We can get this guy all the way back. He moves 1 less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He moves 1 less because he's carrying equipment, but 5 will get him all the way back to base, and we're going to get what is it, 1 supply and 2 morale for that. 1 morale. We're going to move our morale track up 1, and we're going to get 2 supplies. So that's going to be really good to do that. Plus, this itself gives us 1 supply. So technically, we'll get 3 supplies and 1 morale. So that is fantastic. But I'm going to see what comments pop in the chat. My thought is probably I want to really start repairing some of this stuff here, getting up some of these spaces so we can prep for the coup, maybe get our fear down a little bit so we don't lose as many folks. Got our doubt down the last time. That was very good. Kind of debating, do we want to boost our morale? Probably would like to use these other actions, getting this back to boost morale, but morale is really good. So we'll see. I will look for the comments next time and see what people say, and then we will I'll take action spaces, if not tomorrow, then maybe the next day, and see how we do. But thank you for watching Mobilization Day 1 Part 2 into Mobilization Day 2 Part 1. Until next time, have a great time from Unraveled Game Thoughts.